I've been a butcher for 52 years now, over the moon. But what a great achievement for all the boys and girls in the shop, you know.
To be over the moon means to be very pleased. She was over the moon about her new bike.
Yeah, everything's gone. However, you know, you've got to look on the bright side, you know.
To look on the bright side means to find good things in a bad situation. Look on the bright side, no one was badly hurt.
We're playing games and we need to call it out. They choose to direct funds away from communities and into the pockets of those with plenty.
To play games mean to try to lie or hide the truth. Don't play games with me. I know exactly what's happening.
A lot to take on board, Heather. Thanks for breaking it down for us, really.
To take something on board means to understand or accept an idea or a piece of information. Banks need to take on board the views of their customers.
There are now 3 measles cases in the community not linked to overseas travel, meaning it's likely there's local transmission, which is far harder to keep a lid on.
To keep a lid on something means to control the level of something in order to stop it increasing. The government has been unable to keep a lid on inflation.
Everything comes back onto the table, and that includes a discussion around tax.
If a plan or suggestion has been put on the table, it has been made available for people to hear, read, or discuss. There are several important issues on the table.
The ceasefire in Gaza is on the brink of collapse, with
On the brink of something means very near to doing or experiencing something. He was on the brink of saying something, but stopped and shook his head.
Since winning New Zealand's first ever Olympic gymnast medal, a bronze in Tokyo, Dylan's gone from strength to strength, recently winning New Zealand's first ever trampoline world title in Bulgaria.
Strong is an adjective, and its noun is strength. To go from strength to strength means to gradually become more successful. For example, the company has gone from strength to strength since the new factory was built.
It was a rough and tumble campaign for Shiva Kalari.
Rough and tumble is a situation in which people compete with each other, often in a cruel way. She enjoys the rough and tumble of politics.
Really it is enough, and something had to be done.
Enough is used when you want something to stop because you can no longer accept or deal with it. You two have been fighting for the last hour. Enough is enough.
The union strike action is coming at a time when progress is being made, when our health system is finally turning a corner, but also during the time...
If someone or something turns the corner, their or its situation starts to improve after a difficult period. After 9 months of poor sales, we've finally turned the corner. The war has turned a corner, but it is not over yet.
Striking because they say it's their last resort.
Last resort means the only choice that remains after all others have been tried. As a last resort, we could ask your mother to help.
A new political poll shows he's lost more ground in the preferred Prime Minister stakes.
To lose ground means to become less popular or to be given less support. Do you agree that left-wing politics are losing ground among the working classes?
We've got the ball rolling with a donation to fund the first 1,000 children. And
get the ball rolling means to make something begin or happen. We have to get the ball rolling on this project soon.
Luxon clearly convinced he's not in the doghouse for his rough talk.
In the doghouse means in trouble. If you are in the doghouse, people are annoyed or angry at you. I'm in the doghouse. I broke my mother's favorite vase this morning. He's in the doghouse now for forgetting his wife's birthday.
And the things that people see in public are just the tip of the iceberg.
The tip of the iceberg. If you say that a problem is the tip of the iceberg, you mean that it is one small part of a much larger problem. The problems that you see here now are just the tip of the iceberg. There are numerous disasters waiting to happen.
Zane, it's become Christopher Luxon's mantra, if you like, that we are on the right track. Do voters agree?
On the right track means doing something correctly or well. You haven't quite got the answer yet, but you're on the right track.
So although it will undoubtedly be a tough 6 to 12 months going ahead for many, there is a little light at the end of the tunnel.
Light at the end of the tunnel means something that gives you hope for the future after a long and difficult period. It's been a hard few months, but we're finally beginning to see the light at the end of the tunnel.
Parents have come under fire as they continue to take their children out of school for family holidays.
Come under fire means to be criticized. The government has come under fire for its decision to give tax cuts to the rich.
The finance minister is borrowing billions to keep the lights on.
Keep the lights on means to make sure that a business, system, etc. continues to operate even if it does not make much progress. We are just trying to keep the lights on so people won't lose their jobs.
And that will be music to the ears of the National Party because it gives them something positive to talk about.
If something is music to your ears, it's something that you are very pleased to hear. Hearing my baby cry after he was born was music to my ears.
National failed to meet its pre-election promise to provide hundreds of millions of dollars in funding.
National's election promise in black and white.
In black and white means in writing. I had to believe it because it was there in black and white. Why don't you believe me? There it is in black and white.
So when it comes to people then trying to get back on their feet and into the job market, those opportunities just really not around. And I think
back on your feet means having returned to normal or to a good position after a difficult period. The country needs resources and support to get back on its feet after a long war.
So far.
That's not that reassuring for somebody that's lost their job to have to sit tight and wait for the economy to recover.
Sit tight means to wait patiently and take no action. You sit tight and I'll go get help.
Nearly 38,000 jobs wiped out since 2023. Can the finger be pointed at the current government?
Point the finger at someone means to accuse someone of being responsible for something bad that has happened. Unhappy tourists have pointed the finger at unhelpful travel agents.
Hamas says it is studying the proposal in good faith.
If something is done in good faith, it is done sincerely and honestly. She was acting in good faith for her client.
Latest employment numbers released to 3 News by Stats NZ continue to paint a grim picture of the New Zealand workforce.
Paint a picture means to describe or show something in a particular way. A grim picture is a bad, worrying, hopeless situation. Painting a grim picture of the country, the president promised to introduce lots of changes.
A timely announcement when manufacturing jobs are going up in smoke.
Go up in smoke means to be wasted. When the business went bankrupt, 20 years of hard work went up in smoke.
They did enter the negotiations in good faith, but the government came back with a 1% pay rise. And
if something is done in good faith, it is done sincerely and honestly. She was acting in good faith for her client.
Visit by Li Chang today will be another chance for China to put its case behind closed doors with.
Behind closed doors means in secret, hidden or kept secret from the public. You can't tell anyone what happens behind closed doors here. Sure, they seem happy together, but who knows what happens behind closed doors?
Do you think with the benefit of hindsight, you could have done a better job of communicating this process to the people who are relying on these drugs to live?
Hindsight means the ability to understand an event or situation only after it has happened. With the benefit Or wisdom of hindsight means with the knowledge that experience gives you. With the benefit of hindsight, we shouldn't have bought this house. With the wisdom of hindsight, you should have listened to her when she advised you to take that job.
And unfortunately, a lot of teachers have so much on their plates that they can't be there for all of their students.
Have something on your plate. To have something, usually a large amount of important work to deal with. My father works 60 hours a week, and he's taking care of my grandparents, so he always has a lot on his plate.